Okay, so guys, this was my outlook on DXY. And as we know, DXY is negatively correlated to gold. So according to my long time, this is what I'm looking at on DXY. Reason being, it's been rejecting on this level, this demand level. Even the bearish momentum closed above that demand level, which it respected it with a spike, meaning that that's still a strong demand zone. Then after that, as you can see on the inner structure, we have a pattern. So I'm not really good with the names. I just focus on the type of direction it plays out to. Some say it's a descending pennant. Some say it's a descending wedge, whatever you want to call it. But I was expecting, so we already had a second touch. I was expecting at least it comes back to test that demand zone. If it doesn't, I wasn't expecting it to test this minor demand zone, of which it already tested it with a spike on a daily, and it might not test it again and start pushing up. The reason I'm saying it might not test these two levels again and start pushing up is because of the labor market data we got on the jobless claims on Thursday. USDE, the US economy is expecting a good job labor market, of which it means there might be no reason of Powell cutting rates. As you can see, even the candlestick structure we had here, it's three candles failing to close above the previous low. I'm on the previous high of that previous bearish candle. But when you look at those candles,
akakhulumi ekhuluma ngolast
can you please close your mic, guys?
lokhomenya awuyikhiphile le awuzokhipha manje sethole ukuthi imezi ipaneli ithole ukuthi leya is okay ngitshela manje iteba.
So, as I was saying, sorry for the distraction. As I was saying, I'm expecting it to push it. I'm expecting USD to push up a bit more. If we go to lower time frame, which is 4 hour, it's still not clear. But the labor market, I'm expecting it to be the one that gives us the momentum to the upside. As you can see, if you take from this level, we had that bullish engulfing from that level. Up until we break it, then I'll be expecting a test around these key levels. Basically, in overall, I'm expecting a bullish USD. If I'm expecting a bullish USD and we have unemployment change of CAD, so I'll be looking at USD CAD. We have unemployment at 2:30, and if we still have time, those who want to trade the event, we can trade it live. But I don't trade currencies. For only those who are willing to trade it, we can trade it live. Yeah, this event is at 2:30. Basically, remember, we already know we have a strong labor market on USD, meaning we should be expecting USD CAD to be bullish, which means we're buying USD and selling CAD, and we have an employment change of CAD. As we look previously, they had a negative data, and it says here actual greater than forecast is good for the currency, meaning if today we get a focus that is greater, we get an actual data that is greater than the focus, meaning the job employment, the labor market of the CAD is also good. If it's less, it will give us more confluence of buying USD CAD. Then we also go on unemployment change. Same thing here on unemployment change. We're expecting unemployment to be increasing. As we can see previously, it was 6.4%, but it increased to now they're expecting it to increase to 6.5. And if we actually get a greater value than 6.5, or we actually get 6.5 as an actual value, it means the employment rate in Canada is actually increasing, which means they have a very low labor market. It will give us more reason to buy USD CAD. Now let's go to USD CAD. It's been a long time since I actually had took an analysis in USD CAD, but I'll try and clean it up. As you can see from a weekly time frame, as you can see from a weekly time frame, this is what we have. Our external structure: first touch, second touch. At this point, it's very tricky, but at this point, I'll take my second touch at this one because it has two confluences. There's a demand zone it respected, and it also respecting the dynamic support of the trend line. That's our second touch. Third touch, and we haven't had a fourth touch. Same thing at the top. First touch. The reason I'm saying that first touch, in fact, this should be our first touch. Reason this is our first touch. It's a low that that actually we almost broke that low. Basically, it's equal highs where the previous low got broken by this uptrend. Hence, I'm taking the second one as the first touch. Then that's our second touch. We're anticipating to get to the touch around there. So that's our external structure. Currently, we are coming from resistance, major resistance, weekly resistance. And as you also can see, basically we are within range, but we're not sure whether it's going to break that range or not. But we're only going to know according to the data of the fundamentals. As we already know, USD has a good labor market. So we're expecting this resistance to be actually eventually broken by the end, by the mid of this month, if not by next week. Currently, we're going down and we're expecting news on CAD. We already know the news on USD, but we're expecting a bullish labor market. Same thing, a pattern within a pattern. When we go on lower time frame, just before I go to lower time frame, which is daily, on weekly, as you can see, this is an ascending channel, which means we're in an uptrend. We're expecting it a third touch. We're coming from a second touch. We didn't really get a third touch from the dynamic support trend line, but we are coming to test a demand zone that was previously broken. In fact, it's been failed to be clearly broken twice, but eventually we broke it clearly. Now we're coming to test it, and we're also coming from a major weekly supply zone. Currently, I would say we'd wait for the data, for the US data to come, for the CAD data to come out as we look on lower time frame and daily time frame. We have a pattern within a pattern. The pattern we're seeing on daily is a bearish pattern, but it's coming, it's giving us a bullish momentum because it's coming from, as you can see, first touch, second touch, the demand zone. We're expecting a third touch around this level. So I'm expecting news to manipulate price to come down at this point, spike to this point, and start pushing up. So if things are like this, you might expect CAD to have contradicting news. If CAD gives us contradicting news, we might have manipulation to come to this point, then go up, start shooting up. And if you remember, or if you do know from your own understanding, according to my own understanding, the labor market is a leading indicator of most stocks and currencies. So as I was saying, we have a good strong labor market on the USD, and we're expecting interest rates event coming up soon. And with this strong labor market showing as it is, and if it continues being consistent, I believe that we might not see Powell cutting rates. Instead, we might see rate hikes or rates being kept at constant. So I just want us to go on lower time frame. Okay, just to quickly. So basically, this is the point I'm expecting to see USD CAD to be bullish. As you can see, ever since the daily open, it's been pushed. It first pushed down, but now it's pushing up. I believe it's going to form a daily high. After that daily high, might close around this level. Then, as from before market close, market might start pushing up on Monday. We'll start getting the bullish run. Depends on how impactful we'll get. How the data will be from the CAD news. So as from now, I'm still bullish. I'm just waiting to get proper entries. In fact, I won't be trading this. I'm just making it for people who will be trading it. Just to be more in depth about it. On your entries, I use the FIBO. Currently, we're still floating around 50%. I'm more confident on entries that are around this level. As I was saying, I'm expecting market to reach this demand zone. As you can see, even the FIBO is giving us the same level. So once market gets to this point, that's where I will be looking to buy USD CAD. So for your scalpers, you might be scalping the event. I don't know. It's up to you. Scalping those cells. But it's quite risky unless you know what you're doing. I'm not really a scalper, but that's what I see. Long-term bias. So on long term, so that's what I'm watching on. But I kind of see a double top too. I'm on a double bottom too, but I don't like taking entries at 50% FIBO level. So I rather wait, and especially there's news coming up, so you never know. I rather wait for the news first. And as you can see, if we're trying to get more confluences, reading pattern. Take that. So I'll see how market will play around that level. So first touch, second touch, I'm expecting third touch. Yeah. Mm. Well, basically, this is the type of movement I'm anticipating, and so these are the type of patterns I'll be expecting to look for when market approaches that area. It might not be a head and shoulder, it might be a descending wedge. So whatever it gives me, whatever the market gives us, that's what I'm expecting. So 1 hour, same thing. I'd say that's all I have on USD CAD. And then let's go on other pairs. GGB CAD. We have 20 minutes up until the event. GGB CAD has not been clear for a very long time and I've been struggling. Won't coming from the major resistance, weekly resistance, excuse me, as you can see. I forgot to check something. Just to bring confidence to my analysis, I always check these news, guys, on TradingView. They help a lot. Never ignore those pop-ups on TradingView. As you can see, dollar is having a strong labor market. So I'll basically just waiting for the CAD news. Then we go to GBP CAD. I don't really see a proper clear structure from my side according to how I trade. I won't lie. So I'd advise we pass GBP CAD. Then Euro CAD. Euro CAD has also been quite tricky for me lately, but it's been also playing around major resistance. So basically on EuroCAD and GBP CAD, it depends. I feel like it depends on the Also, it will depend, the next key movement will depend on what data we get on the employment of the Canadian dollar. If we get a very bad low labor market, it means the euro and the GBP will be stronger than the CAD, meaning that down movement from that major resistance might be acting as a retest to this demand zone to come and get momentum to break it to the upside. As you can see, the structure has been very bullish. It's been trending upwards. Let's go check NZD CAD. It's been a while since I actually looked at currencies. But I feel like the best setup for me is USD CAD so far. I don't like forcing things when I don't see anything that's clear according to my trading plan or my trading style. I rather stay away. But for me, even NZD CAD looks bullish. Basically, the market structure of the CAD pair, it, it's giving us that market sentiment that the CAD might have a very bad low labor market. So even this one, I'm not so sure about the structure, but I see a bullish structure. And we're coming from the demand zone, we had a bullish engulfing. And if you check that bullish engulfing candle on a weekly, it closed above the open. It also closed above the high of the previous bearish candle. So that's a clean bullish signal on daily. Okay, guys, I'm running out of time. I'll just quickly start a new session so that we can be able to wait and check on the data that's gonna come out, and I'll be doing my recap on the trades I took and the analysis I made on the pairs I'm watching, which is oil, US 30, Nasdaq, German 30, and UK 100. So as you can see, as I'm saying, I still see a bullish structure on currencies. For me, I still see a bullish structure on currencies. As you can see, we've been having a descending channel coming from what? A bullish impulse. Really got Fibonacci. Wasn't expected. As you can see, we're coming from, I don't know what's that, how many, it's the touch, yeah. First touch, second touch, third touch, fourth touch with some bit of manipulation, all respecting the same demand zone. Impulse, we had a correctional move that caused a descending channel. We have the breakout. That breakout acted as a bullish engulfing. What is it? Evening star, morning star, this pattern, one, two, three. These three candles. As you can see, it's a bullish signal giving us an upside movement. You yeah. Impulse retest. As we go, we can go to lower time frame and use the Fibonacci on that impulse just to get proper entries on this one. At least it's more clear. Take profit one, take profit two. Next resistance zone. As you can see, we had a retest. We spiked both zones. Yeah. As you can see, first candle spiked both zones. I don't know what was going on. Probably those fundamentals or whatsoever. We spiked both zones. Okay, I have 6 minutes left for this session end. So from now on, this would be the next move. We have CAD news coming out. If they come out negative, which means NZD will be stronger than CAD, it's gonna shoot up. If they come out positive, which means they're contradicting with USD labor market, I'm not so sure with NAS, with New Zealand labor market, but if they come out, we might be seeing some sort of a squeeze pattern like this. If it doesn't happen that way, we're gonna have a straight breakout. Wait for the retest. I would say the best thing to do is just to wait for the news to come out, of which they're probably gonna come out in the next 10 minutes, if not 5 minutes. As you can see, we had the breakout, came retest. So basically, we were retesting another zone, so I doubt it's gonna go down again. It's just gonna shoot through, depending on how it ends in the zone. So that down movement might be giving us buying opportunities. So yeah, that's my takes on NZD. I don't want to do OutCAD, guys. I'm just gonna focus on NZD and USD CAD. So for the news that's gonna come out, for those who are willing to trade, I'd say focus on NZD. Let's go check for just to be sure about entries on NZD CAD. One hour with resistance zone coming from resistance zone. So I doubt it's safe to enter now up until the news come out and see how market reacts from the news. Then we'll take it from there. Same thing as USD CAD. Let me just end the session for now, guys. Then I'll hop on again. Excuse me, to do a recap on Nasdaq, US 30, German 30, UK 100 and oil.